Hey everyone, welcome to Sunday School. So today we're in our second week of our Inside Out series. And so last week we talked a little bit about just our emotions and how we gather them together and master them and get a handle on how we act out those emotions, how we have them inside our head, and how we respond to our emotions. So today we're talking about joy. Joy is the largest, most powerful emotion in the movie Inside Out. And so Disney did a great job outlining our different emotions that we'll be talking about the next few weeks. But joy in the main character, Riley, joy was her first emotion. So when she was born, joy was the first one there. Whenever she is sad, joy is trying to overcome that. Joy is always the one working to be the one at the forefront of Riley's life. So joy, I think, for us is super complex. It is not something that's easy. It's something that is hard to come by sometimes. Sometimes all these other emotions are coming up against us, and getting to joy or letting joy take over is so hard. But I think joy is more than happiness. Joy comes from the deep within us. Joy is just truly not having a care in the world. Everything is going well. Everything is falling right into place of where it should be. And there's no other emotions necessarily. But then also you can experience joy whenever you're coming out of another emotion. Sometimes you might hear adults say that life is a roller coaster, that you can have ups and downs. And you can too. It's the same for you as much as it is an adult. And so joy is, you all hear Bo, I am at home filming today. That joy is something that we have got to prioritize in our lives. Now, whether we have joy all the time, whether we just experience it a couple days a week, whether we experience it maybe once or twice a day, that's up to us and that's up to our circumstances. But we can consciously make the effort to prioritize joy and being happy. And so we're talking about joy from the Disney movie Inside Out, but then we're also talking about joy in the Bible. And so we've paired this up with King David, and now he is king. Last week he was chosen to be king, but it took him quite a few years to actually become king. And so at this point he's king, I'm pretty sure, and he is found to be dancing in the streets. And so he's dancing in the streets, and Saul's daughter sees him, and I was like, you revealed a little too much, doing all that dancing. But he was like, I was just dancing. I was praising God. And I feel like if God has given you so much joy, if God has given you so much happiness, if God has blessed you and kept you safe, you should be able to worship God however you see fit. Whether that's dancing, whether that's worship in singing or song or another way, whether that's playing an instrument. David played instruments as well. He wrote music, he sang songs, and he danced. David also prayed, and prayer is worship. Honoring our God and saying how thankful you are to God for the many blessings you've been given. So true joy can be shown in multiple ways, in all kinds of ways, and it's dependent on you and who you are and how you see that coming out of you. Whether you express joy with your friends. How do you do that? Do you yell and scream and jump up and down because you're happy? Do you dance? Do you just call everybody and talk to them or text them or Snapchat them or whatever? Well, you've just got to share that good news. What is it for you? Think about the ways that you are joyous with the people around you. And then think about the ways you're joyous with God and how you can continually be joyous to God in appreciation for all God's given you. So we know that God is always with us. And for that, we should always have a little bit of joy in our hearts. So go and read 2 Samuel chapter 6. Look at those verses about David running up and down the streets, jumping and dancing. Check it out and see why he did that. I would love for you to read that story for yourself and really encapsulate that for your life and see how you can relate to him. And so next week, we will continue our emotion series. And so look forward to our Facebook video and our Instagram post next week. See you all soon.